Okay, so that is what a push-up looks like oftentimes if we're not creating the right amount of stability or don't necessarily know what to do or how to do a push-up. Now this is not going to be an in-depth push-up tutorial, but I did get some feedback and I wanted to create some strategies to help improve your push-up position and ultimately work towards a really good-looking push-up, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is look at just pelvis tucks. And this is a drill that we teach all the time to get the pelvis to move the way it's supposed to, but we can also utilize it in the push-up position. So for example, a lot of times you see people in the push-up position and they have this arch happening in their back. And a pelvis tuck would just be able to straighten or flatten that position out. But oftentimes in the push-up position itself, it's really hard to do initially. So something that we can do from the standing position is just teach somebody how to do these pelvis tucks. And if I can get this position standing, then I can start bridging the gap to the floor position. So if I'm standing here and I have this arch and I just do a little pelvis tuck, you'll feel your butt turn on a little bit, you might feel your abs turn on a little bit, and I can just mimic the push-up position, boom, like that. And once I have that, I can think about translating that to the floor. So from here, I have an arched position. If I just do a slight pelvis tuck, now I have a much more neutral spine, and I'm going to be maintaining that good alignment while I'm doing a push-up. The trick is here is that when you're doing your push-up, you're not dipping back into that arch. You're actually maintaining that flat spine as you're doing the push-up. So number one, just practice pelvic tucks. Practice them in the standing position, practice them in the push-up position. And see, using a mirror, you can see what your spine is doing. Is it arched or is it flat? We want it to be nice and flat. So that's a good exercise to do. After that, we have hollow variations. This is just requiring a little bit more load. We're taking it to the floor. The hollow variation is you basically creating a hollowed out position with your body. And there's varying levels of difficulty with this. So if I lie on my back, naturally there's this natural arch here happening. A hollow position was getting that low back to touch the floor. It's essentially just a pelvic tuck on my back. And we can make this a little bit more challenging. So number one, and I'm going to lift my hand so you can see, can you just do a pelvic tuck with your legs bent? When your legs are bent, this gives you a little bit better strategy or easier position to hold in the pelvic tuck. Once you have that, what you could do to mimic the push-up is maintain that pelvic tuck while your hands are just above you. So I'm just in a slightly upper body push-up position on my back. Now from there, what I can do is start moving my feet away from my body, which is going to make it harder to hold this position on my back. And you'll feel that you really have to recruit everything. You're in good position, but this can start again bridging the gap to the push-up position. And the full hollow position looks like this. Okay, this is the full hollow position. Now we're not necessarily need to do the full hollow position right here, but we could do more of a push-up position. But the easiest way is to work those feet out from it. Start where you can find it and hold it, and just practice there. Practice that position until you're ready to move on. Okay, that's hollow variations. Next is let's go right into the push-up position plank. PUP stands for push-up position plank. And again, I'm going to be able to hold that position, maintain that hollowed out position. I practice my tucks and now I'm in really good alignment. And the reason why we teach you this is to help keep you connected while you're doing the push-up. Because you don't want to do a push-up and then start arching your back and you get back pain and you don't stay connected and your push-ups kind of look like what we call hungry cow push-ups. So you're dropping down, your head's dropping, and this is what you're coming up. That's not good for your body, that's not strong, and you're not patterning good habits. So the push-up position plank, I always tell people, can you hold it for a minute without losing position? That's a good standard to shoot for in the push-up position plank, because then that tells me, okay, you have the endurance to just hold yourself in that position without losing your technique and your form. After that, we can go into different push-up variations. Hand elevated, okay? This takes us up at more of an angle, so if you have a bench or a box or even like a bar or something that's going to elevate your hands, this should make the position, the push-up, a little bit easier. Okay, so we could do push-up variations with our hands elevated. But the key here is that you're maintaining your position through the entire push-up. Okay, so you can pick different elevated positions for your hands depending how easy or hard you need to make it. On the same level, we could do, if we didn't have something to elevate, we could elevate the position or landmark that we're actually going to. So we're looking at, maybe you're just doing quarter push-ups, or half push-ups, three-quarter push-ups. You're working your way down to the floor, but you're doing it in a manner that's safe and maintains really good technique. So I'm going to elevate this yoga block here as high as I can. Now when I do my push-up, the only focus that I have is staying connected through my entire body, not losing position, and just doing the push-ups down to the yoga block and coming back up. Down to the yoga block, coming back up. My rule of thumb is if you get to 10 reps on your quarter push-up, then you're ready for the half push-up, and maybe you just drop the yoga block down. And when you get 10 to that, you're ready to move on, and so on. So it gives you a nice little system to progressively work your way down in a safe manner until you don't need a yoga block. So that's a really easy way to start working on your push-up in a safe manner to teach some better body awareness, teach your body how to stay more connected, and it's just safer, and you're gonna get stronger a lot faster. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We've done plenty of full push-up tutorials. If you need that, it's on our YouTube page. But hopefully this helps. Try these drills and let us know if you need anything